So this is an axle bearing puller, and it's an attachment for a slide hammer. I've seen a lot of people try to use like one of those little hooked tools. It's an axle seal removal tool. Something like this that's so rusted, and because I'm doing the bearing as well, it's not even worth using the axle seal remover tool. You're better off just using an axle bearing puller and just pulling it all out at once. So you're just gonna attach the puller to your slide hammer. All the way. You want to thread it all the way as far as it will go so that you don't strip or pull the threads or stretch them out or anything like that. This right here actually serves a purpose. I'll show you. You insert it in to the tube. Make sure it captures the bearing. And then you just want to tighten down this big washer and nut. It'll kind of hold it for you. Makes it a little bit easier. Now this doesn't look like it'll come out very easily, but because this slide hammer has such a large weight on it, I shouldn't have much problem getting this out. I just felt it loosen. And as you can see, it took out everything all at once, nice and cleanly. So of course, since I showed how to take the bearing and seal out, I'm not going to go without showing how to put it back in. This is a bearing race and bearing driver set. This is a Pittsburgh brand, so this came from Harbor Freight. And well, a lot of people knock Harbor Freight stuff. This is such a basic tool that it's kind of hard to mess up, if you know what I mean. So these are made out of aluminum, and it comes with a handle, and comes with the handle and the screw with a dowel. And pretty simple. When they were all laid out, I just kind of checked each face. This one actually works the best on this face, on the flat face. Fits it nearly perfectly. It's 65 millimeter. Not to mention, you can always take it and see how it fits in there. As you can see, this thing fits almost perfectly snug in there. So this is an excellent option right here for driving this bearing in. Fits perfect. Now, these bearings basically look identical on either side, except obviously one side has lettering on it. And I don't think it really matters, to be honest. But I feel like somewhere in some manual, somewhere along the lines, it says to install these with the letters out. And that's how the factory bearings, or at least what I think are the factory bearings that I just took out, were orientated. They had the letters facing out. So that's how I'm going to put it back in. I have heard of people putting like, I think it's green Loctite on the outside of the bearing to keep it from spinning. I'm not going to do that because I'm just choosing not to. I'm hoping that this bearing never spins. Maybe it will, and I'll have to do it again. Maybe that's where my lack of knowledge on axle bearings ends, but I've never put any kind of Loctite on an axle bearing. I don't know if a service manual says to do otherwise. And as I tap it, you'll notice that the pitch will change when it starts to seat. And when it's fully seated, the pitch of the hammer hits will change. Wow, this fits too good in there. It's like the same size. There it is right there. So it's fully seated. Just make sure, just double check, go around the edges. Although it looks, yeah, it looks perfectly straight on the dowel, but I like to make sure. So now we're just going to do the same procedure to install the new seal. I like to get it lined up in the bore and just give it a couple light taps just to get it started just a tiny bit so it stays there and it's in there straight. Notice the change in pitch again. And that seal is fully seated, ready to go.